17 years after a Rochester cop was shot and survived. What's changed?
Well, the next 17 years of my life have been, recovery physically and everything else.
Rochester Police officer Anthony DiPonzio was shot in the head while responding to a call in 2009. He's since recovered, and now he's working to tell his story. New at 11, News 10 NBC's Tom Kowalski spoke with DiPonzio about his experience and what's changed.
This right here is Rochester General Hospital, where 17 years ago, RPD officer Anthony DiPonzio walked out of the doors right there after having been shot in the head. Now he's writing a book reflecting on the experience and what he thinks has changed since then.
Take us back to that day. What happened?
January 31st, 2009, went into work. One of the other officers that I worked with went to go clear a drug corner. I backed him up, and it's about the last thing that I remember. I was shot in the back of the head.
DiPonzio spent years in rehab after the shooting before returning to the department in 2011.
Instructed at the academy and done that for quite a few years.
Now, he's writing about his experience from arriving in the hospital through his rehab journey and up until today.
Started in 2010 and started writing about, what I remembered from that night and just some fragmented memories that I had of, the call and my ride to the hospital and coming to in the hospital.
When people read this book, as I'm sure many people in Rochester will, what is the lesson that you hope that they take away?
The number one thing I wanted to do was to make sure that the officers that were with me, they received the recognition that they deserve for the fantastic job they did of keeping me alive, and also wanted to humanize the badge a little bit.
What do you think has changed with RPD or with policing in general nationwide?
That's a tough one for me to answer because I haven't been out on the street in a long time. So the enthusiasm for the job from the younger officers is just it brings me back to when I was going through the academy. So I will say that is one thing that I've noticed that has not changed is the dedication to the job from the new officers coming on.
DiPonzio says the book, Officer Down, The Hidden Costs Behind the Oath, is expected to come out by the end of the year. It includes a foreword by his neurosurgeon, Dr. Paul Maurer, and introduction by fellow officer Detective Paul Dondorfer.